I recently came across a quote. There is no such thing as lack of confidence. You either have it or you don't. And it made me pause. I don't know the person or the context behind the quote, but I believe with the right experiences and the right environment, confidence can be built. Hi, my name is Deepthi. I'm an engineer turned teacher turned therapist, and in this video, I will be sharing a 3-step process that you can do at home to build confidence in your child. And stay till the end because I will be sharing a fun confidence boosting game that you can try at home. Let's get started. Step number 1 is setting the environment. Why do you need to set the environment? Because when you set the environment right, the environment where the child will be spending a lot of time in to master certain skills, let it be play, very simple play. That environment will help the child to build his focus, master a certain skill, thereby becoming independent and in turn automatically becoming confident about himself. What is setting up the environment? Before I knew these concepts, I used to just put toys into a bin and expect my child to sit and play with those toys, take whatever they wanted out of the bin, sit down and play with those toys on their own for a very long time. Did it happen? No. And that is when, luckily for me, I came across Montessori. So in our house, what happens is we make sure that they have access to materials, to their toys in a place which promotes independence in them. What do I mean by that? So these toys would be kept on a shelf where they can easily reach out, take it, play with it for as much as time they want to, deepen their focus, build mastery, and then put it back in its place. Independently, from the start till the end, they are able to do their work. Take an example. When you're in kitchen, you don't go around asking every other person, where is what, where is this particular plate. It is something that you take pride in, whether it be a woman or a man, in your workplace, you take pride in being independent. And that exactly is what we need to give the child when it comes to setting the environment. They should be able to independently access items that they want to work with. For instance, if there is a coloring activity that they are interested in, they should know where the paper is, where the crayons are, where the coloring pens are. They should not be coming and asking you for permission or to help them to get those items out every time. And that is the core of building confidence. When you set the environment, things to keep in mind are: 1, it should be accessible to the child at their height, and it should provide independent work, and it should be age appropriate. So when I say age appropriate, what I mean is that if I'm giving them, let me just give you an example. So if I'm setting up this activity of sewing for my children, same kit, it can be used by both kids. One is 7 years old, another one is 4 years old. And how they would be using is, according to me, it will be set up in a way which is appropriate for their age. So my 7-year-old will have access to stuff like this, which she can make on her own. If I give this particular magnet making activity to my son, he might grow frustrated and then leave in between and might not come back to it. And if I make it too easy for my daughter, this is my son's work, like, if I don't know if you can see it, yeah, so just stitching over the lines, this becomes too easy for her. So again, she will lose interest. So the environment should be based on their interest and whether it is age appropriate. The moment they become independent, they have this faith in themselves. I can do it. I definitely can do it. And they build their own confidence in such an environment. Step 2 is less talking. So when I say less talking, I mean uninterrupted work time for the child. So you have set the environment. Now when the child is picking up an activity and they're sitting, what do? Do you go near them, see what they're doing? Do you tell them this could be like this should not be like that? Do you give your advice, or do you just allow them to play? If you're allowing them to play, awesome. But sometimes we get these questions, like we see the child coloring outside the box, or we see them trying to make the puzzle in a way which we know is probably not the right way, and we jump in to help them. What do? Do we continue doing that, or should we not? My answer would be, it is kind of contextual. I understand that. But try to not be the first person to go and interrupt. If the child needs help, he or she will definitely call you. If they don't need help, then they are figuring it out on their own, and we need to respect that. Again, another thing that I usually see is when we are presenting an activity to the child, we tend to talk a lot. Let me give you an example. Okay, so this is an activity that I would be presenting to my child. In the first instance, I will be doing this. Okay, you will be using this tongue to take the marbles and put them into this tray. Okay, make sure that you're holding them like this with your fingers, 2 fingers, and your palm should be here, holding it safely. Take the marble. Like see the marble is not coming when you are not holding it properly. So make sure slowly. See, I got it right. Now I will be putting it here. Don't put it outside. Keep doing it again. See, one by one. Stop. Versus, we will be playing an activity with these tongs. You will be transferring the marbles onto the tray. I will first show it to you, and then you can practice it as many times as you want. When you speak less, it actually helps the child to focus more on your actions and learn from your actions. The idea is to teach them certain skills, and therefore you need to only concentrate on your actions with less words. Even when you're correcting, if you see your child doing a mistake, do you jump in and correct it immediately? No. You wait for the child to finish, and then again another day you could probably invite the child over to do the same activity, and then take them through it step by step, explaining what mistake can happen and how to rectify it. Step 3 is praising the right way. Imagine a situation where your child comes up to you and shows his or her drawing and it's full excited, and then you, in option number 1, you don't respond at all. You say, And in option number 2, you go over the board with, oh my God, it's so beautiful, you did it, I can't believe it, amazing. Okay, so my question to you is, which is the right way of praising the child? I would say in scenario 1, the reason they are bringing that work of art to you is to get your attention. And if you don't respond to that connection request, what is happening is we are not filling their emotional cup. Versus the second one, where we extremely motivate them every time, we become like, yay, great, awesome. It again does not help the child in the long run, because one, they will keep coming to you, they will want more and more from you. But as a preteen or a teenager, that need will go down, but they won't have that intrinsic motivation to do things on their own. They will still need some kind of a reward or a validation, which is even more than what you're usually giving. So their work, their mastery starts depending on the parent. And that is when we have to keep pushing them to do the things, instead of the child wanting to do certain things on their own. So what do we do in this scenario? How do we praise? So it's a popular concept where we praise the effort. How do you praise the effort? You say, wow, I see you put a lot of effort into making this. You spent a lot of time. That's a lot of focus and creativity. Look at this, look at the colors. That is one way. The other way would be where we ask questions like, what happened? How did you make this? What motivated you to make this? Depending upon their age, how did you feel? What did it make you feel? What do you want to do more? Can you tell me more about the painting? Who is this? What is that? So when we ask those open-ended questions, it makes them relive this moment. It makes them internalize things. That makes the child feel like, I can do it. Right? That's what we want. We want to build confidence in the child. So 2 things to remember when we are talking about building confidence. Number 1, your role as a parent. More and more families are becoming nuclear. We are moving away from joint families concept. A lot of us are. And in those scenarios, if building confidence is important to you, your role becomes very crucial. because you are the one, how you talk to your child, what kind of environment you are setting up, what experiences you are bringing into their life. These things will definitely, to a certain extent, help the child with their confidence. And the second thing that we need to remember is that I believe confidence is an attitude, and it's not a guaranteed thing that you do all these right things and definitely the child will be confident. No. It is something that we build the child towards. They are going to face a lot of situations where they are going to be not very confident. But having the attitude of confidence, as in I can do it, I can try, I can build myself up because I have seen myself being successful in the past, that confidence is what we are trying to build here. We are not talking about them being confident in all the spaces across. It's about they see a challenge and they see it as a thing that will give me growth. That's the attitude that we hope to build in our child. Thank you for all those who stayed till the end. I have a great printable for you. It's called Confidence Challenge Jar. You can download it, print it out and cut out the prompts, and you can put it in one cup. And whenever your child is bored, you can play these games. These prompts are pretty specific to my family because I want them to work on certain skills that are mentioned in these prompts, and they do it on their own. Please feel free to be inspired by these prompts and make your own prompts so that it challenges your child to get out of their comfort zone. And if you do try out these games, let me know. I'll be very much happy to know how it went for you. So in conclusion, 3 things to do to build confidence. Number 1, setting the environment to be accessible, to promote independent work and to be age appropriate. Number 2, less talking, as in we interrupt or suggest or we do correction very less. We first show them how to do, use less words, and if they come to us with their problems, only then do we resolve their issue along with them. Number 3, praise the right way. Praise the right way means we praise their effort and we talk to them about their piece of art or their work by asking open-ended questions. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any doubts about setting the environment or if you are already doing any of these steps at home, please do share in the comments. I would love to read your comments. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.